If it's on, let me know. This is like one of the things I do, and I still cannot tell if it's on or no. So once it's on, I'll tell you guys something really interesting. This is something I found recently, and it's on, right? Everybody will know. Maybe it's not, but you're on. So what's up, everybody? And I just noticed Oriental Pearl's word ain't worth crap. I just noticed like that statement, which is probably, you know, what you think, and I'm not gonna really try to change, like, you know, what you think one of them. But yeah, I found this video, right? I saw it in my recommendation, and this video basically explains how foreigners are currently leaving Japan, and I thought that was really interesting, so I wanted to kind of cover this video too. And then I decided to have this foreigner who watches anime, and look at his shirt. He likes Mori Calliope-chan. He talks to VTubers. Like, he likes VTuber girls. But yeah, so that part is whatever, cause like, so I'm going to do the same usual thing, but since he is in Japan and he's kind of just like watching this and he's like doing this with me, I'm going to let him talk about some certain things as a foreigner too. And then, anyways, everybody, are you guys ready? Oh, and actually, I wanted to talk about something. So do you guys know the whole situation like that's happening in Japan right now, right? You guys know how Chinese people left Japan and like they're gone from Japan. Do you guys know about this, by the way? I've been talking about this like everywhere too, but if you guys didn't know, yeah, no, all of them. I can actually say like a 95% of like Chinese people left Japan recently. They exporting Mexicans. Yeah, like now the world is freaking exporting Mexicans, and we have like a lot of Mexicans in Japan. That's basically like what's happening. Nigerians are attacking people on the street. Nice. Wait, what?
What? Oh, that. Oh.
Shinjuku. Yeah. All right. So, anyways, I kind of wanted to again like watch this, and this stream is gonna be really short, and I'll remove the stream later too, because I don't really want this stream to be public, so that I don't become like that person that reacts to like things, right? But yeah, anyways,
leave Japan.
With the recent anti-foreigner sentiment, if a place doesn't want me, I'm not going to stay, even though I want to stay.
Oriental Pearl is like doing that thing again where she's like trying to like throw her like hand like this from like distance. This is like her favorite technique too. Like, so I kind of talked about this before. I met her once. She does like this one thing where like she hides like her it's usually her like right hand, like right arm.
I know where it's from.
What?
It's Rock Lee stance from Naruto. Yeah, it is. It literally is. Look it up. Rock Lee. Look up Rock Lee. Naruto and Rock Lee stance. Yeah, see, look. It's literally right there. Look in the thumbnail. Yeah, it looks Rock Lee stance from Naruto. See, look.
Wow, your weeb knowledge is actually freaking shining here. That's something I never even thought of. Okay, so Oriental Pearl is like, oh, nice, Alisa, you were doing that. And by the way, I'm actually 92% sure Alisa's gonna show up here. I'm 92% sure she's gonna be here. So then, like, I can actually like ask her about like her stance there too, and we can make sure like that really happened on it.
Some of the cafes or like restaurants in Japan, they don't accept any Koreans.
Not just like no foreigners, but no Koreans specifically. Some cafes did that.
Yes.
They didn't know about this? Tell P she needs to sport a black bowl cut, yeah. I actually didn't know about this, but yeah, I mean, I guess like it's a thing. Like there are some places like that reject foreigners too, so I mean.
It was kind of shocking.
今年开始那个费用就是更新的费用有提高了，然后标准也变严格，需要的时间也会比较长。
I mean, life is robotic here. Like the economy is really slow, the population is decreasing.
It's just not how it was 25 years ago.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, when the economy is not moving, like
there's not much room to grow here. being like doing English teaching, it felt strange. Like, why am I in Japan? My job doesn't allow me to speak Japanese.
Here, I know some Japanese friends of mine that would
I think
work
that's
also
the
10
intro part.
hours
We
or
can just
more.
skip the
Let's
intro
get
part.
started.
So that's kind of like what the video is about too, which makes sense too. By the way, I really have to say this too. Like, Japan's like not that perfect country. Japan has like a lot of like a weird like things too, and weird rules, and like Japan obviously has like some weird criminals too. And Japan has sort of that rule. If you guys didn't know, that really is a thing.
Can you introduce yourself?
My name is Sayong Song. I'm from Korea, Seoul, and I go to Waseda.
By the way, can you guys like tell like differences between Koreans and Japanese people? Actually, some people were mentioning like, oh yeah, I can definitely tell like when somebody's Japanese, when somebody's Korean. But can you actually? I can. Are you sure? Like, are you actually sure? You look at people and you can tell. Yes, Koreans are hot. So like, if you see like Koreans that are not hot, then what are they then? Like, what do they become? Koreans are whiter. No, not appearance, but the language. Yeah, language is like freaking, like languages are just freaking that different. But if you can actually tell like who's Korean just by looking at them, that's just. Koreans have a different face. They look more rounder. I have a question. What do I look like now, everybody? Do I look Korean? Like, do I look Japanese, or do I look Chinese? I want to know. Actually, a lot of people, even in Japan, like a lot of people told me I have the Korean like facial features somehow. Korean, like I do understand about like I do understand that actually. Some people told me I do have like Korean features. American, what does that even mean? Like I look American. Like, can you explain what that even means?
You look Turkish.
You look like a cute lady. See, like I'm getting racist on my channel. Like. What do you think about those racists?
I think it's funny. I mean, that's wrong.
Punch those racists. Throw hands, bro. Throw hands. What the fuck? You look Mexican. He looks Mexican, not me. What is...
At university right now. I'm in my third year, and I study economics.
How long have you been in Japan?
It's been 2 years, and I'm planning to graduate in here.
My name's Eric. I'm from California, and
This guy's famous, right? I've seen his face before. Do you guys know who this is? Well, do you know who this is?
Kind of looks like David.
I've seen this person before. Like he I think he's like a famous content creator, isn't he? Yeah, he is. Yeah, he does something. Eric he's not that. Maybe like I might have like seen his channel, my channel once before or something. I don't really know. He does food reviews. Okay, he's a YouTuber. Ah, yeah, okay. Oh yeah, he does porn.
Nice.
been in Japan, let's say 25 years, give or take. I came here as a juggling entertainer and traveled around with my act, and then wound up meeting a Japanese lady and got married.
Dude, he talks to girls. Like, do you guys actually like freaking talk to girls like him? He talks to girls and he got a girl. I don't know what I'm saying.
Family, and that's all she wrote, you know.
Can you introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm Flora, 26 years old, coming from Rome, and I study at KU University. I've been
Do you guys ever want to study in Japan, by the way? Like, do you know like how a lot of people like suddenly want to study in Japan too? Like even from America too, and even from Europe too. No. Like I've been checking like some studies, not studies, but like statistics, and then I noticed a lot of like, especially Westerners, are trying to come to Japan to like study. I'm 31. I'm not studying anywhere. Hey, you say that too, right? But like a lot of people that are older than like 30-something years old, like they decided to like suddenly like come to Japan to study and stuff too. But I think it's more because like they want to just experience the life in Japan. I think that's what that is. Maybe. What do they study? It really depends. But like they don't. I don't know, man, but it really depends on like what they want to do. But I feel like all the people I see in Japan now, like they study like computer science or something. I don't really know. I'm 21. What the hell was that? sorry, my feet just like stink really bad, and like that just caused my mic to freaking just have a seizure.
In Japanese for 6 years now.
Wow.
Yeah.
How long have you been in Japan?
Around 9 months, I would say.
Hey, my name is Shaq. I'm from the UK originally. I've been here for around 3 years.
You can just not laugh at him just
No.
because he has freaking some amazing hair. I
No,
mean, look
that's not what it was.
look at your hair. I mean,
That's
you
not
can-
why I laughed.
you can-
Shut up. I didn't laugh at his. I already laughed at his hair. Not because it's funny, because it's cool. But
Nice.
The abroad in Japan and Oriental Pearl situation is absolutely insane. Have you seen the legal mindset video of the two?
yes, we watched it on a member stream.
Thank you so much for the donation. Yeah, I saw it too. So basically, yeah. You know, like so. Thank you so much for the donation, by the way, in the first place. I really do appreciate it too. But yeah, so talking about you know, abroad in Japan versus Oriental Pearl situation is kind of like talking about sex in front of like your parents. Like it can be actually really awkward, especially in this kind of situation. So yeah, thank you so much for the donation. But let's just act like, you know, the whole like Oriental Pearl versus abroad in Japan thing. Like let's just act like it didn't happen. Okay, it just didn't happen. Or it happened in a different dimension. Because if we act like, you know, that happened, it just gets awkward. And now I'm feeling awkward and my penis just freaking got even tinier.
And I've been teaching English and doing modeling part-time. So, hey guys.
你可以自我介绍一下吗？
我叫 Christine，然后我是从台湾来的，在日本。
What didn't happen? I can talk about like that again too. You guys know the situation, right? Like I really don't want to talk about it myself here, just because I don't want people to think that I'm like talking about the whole thing to like milk, you know, things from that. So the whole like Oriental Pearl like versus abroad in Japan thing, which is still like a hot topic now. I think it happened like in October, right? I think it happened in October, and then like what basically happened was you know, abroad in Japan decided to call out Oriental Pearl for like what she did. And again, like I don't know, man, I really don't want to talk about it anymore because I feel like it's not something I can talk about here. Are people still making? Yeah, it's still like so. My honest opinion here is like this is like legit what I think. I don't know if like people should still like talk about it. Like Oriental Pearl, like she doesn't even want to talk about it that much, and like abroad in Japan doesn't want to talk about it. So I don't know if I can even say anything here. But yeah, the only thing I can say is here, I watch hentai.
大学。
然后好像你来日本之前在欧洲留过学，对吧？
对，我
在哪里？
之前在 Hungary。对。
哇 Can you introduce yourself?
This part is like something I was waiting for, because he wants to leave Japan because of the whole like a foreign, like anti-foreigner sentiment, and you guys know what's happening in Japan, by the way. Actually, you know what? I want to know what you guys know about. You know, like how people say like there's like this anti-foreigner sentiment thing that's going on right now, and people are getting kicked out of Japan because they are foreigners. Do you guys know about this, by the way, or no? I want to know how much you guys know about the whole thing. Cash me out to me. He doesn't look like cash me out to me, but so there's been like this thing where people have been talking about how like you get kicked out of like Japan if you're a foreigner or something. What do you think? You're a foreigner. You can talk about it yourself.
What do I think? I think they're overreacting.
So like that's kind of what he thinks, right? But like it's because he hasn't really experienced the whole thing in Tokyo area, like in Osaka. So the whole like anti-foreigner whatever thing, all you Americans look the same. So the anti-foreigner thing is like definitely, it's kind of true in Tokyo. You kind of like, you can kind of see it too, but I don't know, like if you are not in big cities, like it's something you don't really feel that much, especially in this area. You don't really see or feel anything in Shiba, right? I mean, that's something you can tell. So your experience changes a lot depending on like which area you're in, and that's kind of why I really feel like I want to stay away from the whole like Tokyo area. But do all gaijins look the same? Yeah, like gaijins look the same.
I mean, look, me and the guy on screen, we look exactly the same.
What the fuck? This guy's racist. I know about the politics of the anti-foreigner, but I didn't feel it when I visited twice this year. So that's kind of what I've been kind of thinking too, silently too. Oh, by the way, fuck, I actually talked about it on my channel once, and then like like 3 people mentioned how I'm a left-wing propaganda channel now, and I want to kick out foreigners at the same time. So I'm not right-wing. Yeah, like so I don't. I was like, what the fuck is happening? I think I talked about it too, but there was like this one person that got really, really mad on my channel. I freaking like took a screenshot too. He was really mad, and he basically said like, this is what he said, right? You know, I really want you guys to know about this because that was freaking fire. So this is what he said, right? I don't know if you can see it on it. So basically, he says, if you hate immigrants, why demanding whole EN and whole ID to go back to their country?
Oh,
well, I was like, wait, what the fuck? So I was like, question mark, because I was like, I don't know what was even happening, and then he's like, you are not one of those right wing Ryoku, right? Because he always talk about foreigners, immigrants, while some immigrants like Mori Kaleopi, Kobo Kaneru, and Gaurgura entertain a lot of people and made them happy a lot. What the fuck is happening? Like, what is happening here? So I didn't really understand what was happening, but I just kind of wanted to explain that. I just talked about how, like, what's happening around me on my channel, and then now my channel is like my channel is a place where politics happen, and I'm like, what the fuck is happening here?
Yeah, so my name is Red Dog.
Is that his legal name?
No. I got curious about it, and he's a streamer.
Well, everybody else.
I've been living off and on in Japan for about 3 years. I'm a teacher by trade, and I'm originally from Canada.
You're so tall, man, that like you're almost out of the screen. How tall are you?
I'm 6'6".
Why do you want to leave Japan?
Actually, I know, like, we're watching a video, but let me talk about this. Sora is the least political person I can think of. Like, I've never really said anything like anything about politics, right? I've never said like, oh yeah, like you know, this political group sucks and like I support this and that. I've never said this, but recently, just because I've been talking about what's been happening around me, and I've been kind of just like, you know, showing like what's been really happening in Japan, in my area, some people reported my channel for being way too political too, apparently, and I'm like, well, what did I even do? What the fuck did I do? Wait, can you guys actually tell me? Wait, you know what? No. I know we are like watching this video, but I really want to know. Am I a right-wing channel now, left-wing channel now? What the fuck is happening here? I didn't know. I just kept talking about my ass and like my like freaking underwear smelling bad. And India, yeah, that too. India and KJ. But what is happening? Naster X is come back here. You are come back here. Nice. You are come back here. You are chicken wing. 69 year. What?
Japan.
The welcoming feeling that Japan had, like even just a few years ago, is very much depleting, or it's almost gone.
You think so?
A little bit, but there's a reason for that. And you know, because he's talking about how, you know, before they were kind of, you know, more welcoming of foreigners, but that sentiment's starting to go away. Well, that's because of recent years.
Just say, I am gay. All you need to say.
Nice, thank you so much for the donation. I'm gay!
But yeah, because of recent things that have been happening lately around Japan, you know, people are starting to not want that as much. I mean, they want it because, you know, they want the economy to do better, but, you know, they don't think it's that much worth it because of things that they've been doing.
So, like, I really wanted to, like, talk about this too, because, like, this is, like, the biggest, like, mistake ever people talk about. This thing is something I hear only on the internet. I never hear that in real Japan. You've never heard, like, this at all in Japan, right? Like, ever. And no more welcome because of the nuisance streamers. Like, it's never something you hear in Japan.
It's
like,
not a thing outside of Tokyo. That's the thing.
Even in Tokyo, like, people don't talk about nuisance streamers or nothing. Like, it's never a thing. Like, it suddenly started being a thing on the internet, and then now people have been blaming. It's instant internet thing. I've been saying this forever. I've been saying, like, you know, Japanese people started hating foreigners because of, like, streamers. It was never a thing. like it's never a thing here. I mean, it was a thing before, but like it's something people never talk
Hey
about.
Sora, good evening from USA. It is sunrise where I live.
Thank you so much for the donation. I can kind of dox you now. You're in the East Coast, West
Maybe
Coast.
Central.
You're in California. But thank you so much for the donation. And I kind of wanted to talk about this too, but like, did you ever feel like you were not welcomed here?
Not at all. I haven't really experienced any racism.
But so, did you ever get told to get the F out of Japan yet?
No.
Did you get punched in your face yet?
A couple times, but that was for other reasons.
Like what?
It was for being a foreigner, but...
Were you being
That's my
Mexican?
fault. Yeah, kinda.
Why were you being Mexican?
I mean, I can't help it.
Why? Did you eat like...
I was sadly born this way, dude.
Did you go to a Japanese restaurant and order like burrito or something? What did you do?
You gave me one and it was terrible.
He is racist. Like, can you guys believe how racist he is? Like, this is insane.
I feel that, Japanese people are starting to look at foreigners as more of a nuisance rather than people that are here to contribute to Japanese, society and culture and here to respect it. And I mean, I understand where they're coming from, but rather than looking at the internal problems of what's going on in their society, they're choosing to blame external problems. It's like they will tell people, we don't want foreigners that are just going to drain our system.
Actually, can I talk about something? You never felt it yourself, but it's a thing. I actually know what he's talking about. So like, it's something you don't really notice if you were a tourist. Yeah, like, if you're a tourist, like if you're doing things, you never feel it too. But if you were in Japan, living in Japan, and if you actually learn like what's happening in Japan, you get to that information. And even I know like that's a thing too. So it's kind of like the deeper side of like Japan too. Like on the surface level, it's not something you can feel. Like on the very surface level, I think what you felt in Japan is like all the girls like staring at you in Akihabara. And they just ooh at you, saying like, "Oh, you want to drink with me, Nyang?" And you almost kind of like fell for like two people, like in Akihabara.
Can you blame me? Well, I mean, last night we got approached by a dude, but that's a whole different story.
But that dude was like saying like, "Oh yeah, like, do you want to come to like our maid cafe? You can drink too. Like, this thing is hot."
When the foreigners that are here in Japan, I think it's like 3%. And out of those 3% of foreigners that are here in Japan, most of them work and contribute into the tax system. There's very few illegals here compared to like any other country in the world. So, with them taking on that mindset, it really turns me off of feeling welcomed here, especially as a working professional and somebody who wants to take a bigger part or a bigger step into Japanese society.
Why are you leaving Japan?
What does living in Japan mean? I had stayed in Japan 6 months last year and also close to 6 months. So like what he's talking about and what everybody's feeling, like, how there's a lot of like different things people say on the internet, right? And I know what he means too. What he's talking about is basically like what he feels like when he actually lives in Japan and he does things for like Japanese companies or whatever, right? And then he gets to like that kind of information, like that really happens. That happened to me too. So then it feels like, oh, like I'm not really welcomed here because the system's like trying to kick you out of Japan. Like, how the sudden raise of like the visa thing too. Like there's like that one thing. And then like on the internet, especially on Twitter, a lot of people have been saying like, oh, gaijin, foreigner. But I don't think you feel it at all here.
Well, I mean,
no. Because I don't really think you kind of, get to that information yet. And plus, in Chiba, it's kind of chill, too. You never really feel that here in real life.
It's like more of a thing in the major cities, like
maybe in Tokyo, that's
Kyoto, maybe Osaka, but
yeah, maybe Osaka too. You know how in Tokyo that can be a thing too. Like, we've been to Tokyo and like that is really something you can feel. More like keeping China out of Japan. That's yeah. Oh, by the way, do you guys know how Chinese people got banned from Japan? By the way, do you know? I talked about it too, but no, actually, let me rephrase it again. Chinese people got banned from Japan, but like Japan didn't ban Chinese people. Chinese people banned Chinese people from Japan, and I thought that was funny. How? Oh, well, no. Let me explain again. So, Japan didn't do anything. Chinese people decided that Japan's now the most dangerous country ever. So like, the Chinese government reportedly told like, the citizens in China, and then they said like, yo bro, like in Japan, you get jumped. Like, you get punched. So don't go to Japan right now. And then like Chinese people like, oh, okay, fuck Japan, and they canceled all their like freaking planes and stuff. By the way, this is like actually what's happening. So if you come to Japan right now, you don't really see like all the whatever. Man, I really want to go to Japan. I hate this is happening before I have the chance. The thing is, like, if you were just like a tourist, I don't think it's gonna affect you at all.
Yeah, it's not a problem.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna affect you. It might affect you if you want to live in Japan, if you work for a company in Japan. Maybe that can be a thing, yeah. But like for tourists, like 99% of like tourists out there, nah, I don't think it's gonna be a thing.
As an English teacher, there wasn't much room to grow and do other things. Again, which is not a bad thing. Some people are fine with being in Japan, being an English teacher for 15 years. But for me, I don't see myself
doing... Do you know how much English teachers make in Japan, though, a month?
I don't know the exact number, but I know it's really shit.
Can you guess?
A month?
Yes.
Like, less than $500.
Can you guys guess, by the way, everybody? Like, teaching English in Japan, like, how much do you make in Japan a month? Planning to buy a house in Japan rural area. You can, but, like, how are you going to live in Japan at that rate? 1,500, 500, 1,500, 1,000, 4,000. Wow, that's freaking a lot of money. That's, like, even more than how much I make on YouTube as a YouTuber. Horrible guess, but, like, he isn't that far, because like the average is actually $1,500.
Oh.
Yeah, in my area.
I was off.
Yeah, so it's actually 23,22만, so that's like 1,500, 1,700 kind of thing. For me though, it was like actually $600 when I was a teacher. But I think it's just because again, I was like, it's like I didn't really have like a lot of students at some point. But like if you ever want to come to Japan as a teacher, that means you're like doing a trial thing where you want to be in Japan and like you are looking for like things to do and you want to be an English teacher. I don't think it's worth it personally. And then if you were in Tokyo, like your rent is freaking like what, like $800 or like $600. So you have like only like what, $700 left after like all the things. So you cannot really do much in Tokyo. You kind of get stuck. That's what happens to a lot of people. So like if you ever want to do that, it's not really worth it.
That job for like 10 years, 15 years, honestly.
A better job, a higher paying job. Would that keep you here?
Maybe being able to be flexible.
Actually, would you be an English teacher in Japan?
Fuck no. Well, at least not in the JET program or whatever.
Can I actually bring you to like one place where you can teach English? You have to pay money too, actually. But I'll pay for you. I'll pay for you, and you're gonna teach English to like Japanese people.
Speak Spanish instead.
Yes. I want to be an English teacher in Japan, so everyone can start sounding like, oh my gosh, that's hot.
Being flexible and being able to explore the country a bit more. Honestly, I've only been to Tokyo and Osaka in the 3 years that I've been here, which is really bad.
Yeah.
You know what is well though?
It is really
one thing that has been a struggle for me being out here. I'm type 1 diabetic.
Oh.
So
But type 1's like a...
When you're born with it.
Okay, so you cannot do that.
In the UK, like medication is like free. Here is not. Like being American, you probably used to like paying for medication. I'm not. So being here, having to have an extra bill to pay for,
in Japan,
it's something that I worry about every month. I remember
actually, let me just talk about this too, just in case. Hopefully in the future I'll be able to move to Japan. A lot of people say it's bad to live in Japan, so I don't know really. It depends. So like, do you guys know why people say like it's bad to live in Japan? Like, you know why you get the information on the internet? Do you guys know the truth? Like, can you guys guess why it's like what some people say? Like, oh yeah, like living in Japan's bad. The people say like, oh, traveling in Japan's nice, but living in Japan's bad. Do you know why people say it? I want to make sure like whether you guys know about this one. Black companies, not really.
Those are slowly becoming.
They
not a
try
thing
to
no more.
work there. Negativity gets clicks. Nah, that's it. But no, it really is a thing too. So let me actually explain, just in case. So like basically, the goal for them is to live in Japan, right? So like they want to live in Japan, and they would get whatever job they can get so that they can live in Japan, and then they get like the jobs they don't want to do. Basically, the jobs they don't want to do in their own country, but they would do it in Japan, right? And then like that's basically what happens. So like for example, you know, like you don't want to teach English in the States as an American, but then just to be in Japan, you will teach English in Japan, and even though you don't want to do it. That's basically the case too. So then you start disliking the life here, because like 90% of the time in your life you keep working, right? So that's kind of why like there are like so many different people who say different things too, because like if they don't do what they don't want to do in Japan, they don't really have any problems. Thus tourists, right? Tourists, like they don't do what they don't want to do, tourists, so they are fine. But like once they start working, that's like when they have to they have like some kind of limits, right? I moved to Japan this year with an existing job, and I've had a great time. Like yeah, for you, like for example, like you, right? This person, Jalen Key 12551. I've seen so many cases, but if you do a job in Japan you want to do, then they never really have any problems. Like from my experience, I've seen so many stream snipers, like they stream sniped me saying like, oh, I live in Japan. The ones that are happy, like the happy ones usually do what they did back in their countries, and they still do it in Japan. The ones that kind of just like don't like it are the ones like who kind of decided to come to Japan first, and then they didn't care about what to do in Japan, right? And then that's the formula I noticed. So do you want to teach English in Japan?
No.
Why not?
Because it's so you don't even teach English. You're a glorified assistant.
Well, can I actually bring you to like a
no.
Like, can I actually no I want to actually test something. So like there's like this place where you can talk to Japanese people in English. They want to learn English.
Oh,
the English cafe thing.
Yeah.
I want to bring you there, and you can just riz people by speaking like you just have to say like, yo bro, swag riz, and they'll be shocked. I'm serious.
You just go in there, you yell 6-7, and everyone claps.
Like, I'm not trolling. Like, if you can say 6-7, not like 6-7.
It's not 6-7.
Yeah.
You go in there, you're like 6-7.
Then like everybody's gonna be like, no. If you say 6-7, then everybody will be like, oh, you suck. But if you say like 6-7, they'll be like, fuck. What country are you from? Like, what?
I'm from a Tana.
I mean, you can try that
and then they all just like scowl at me.
You can try that too, yeah. So I you know what? Like I want to actually bring you there, but I don't know. Let's see.
1 month here that I had no money, and I'd run out of medication, and it was something that I don't ever want to go through again. I think the longest I've been in the hospital was like 3 days. And that cost me like 90,000 yen, which is like, it's around like $800-700. And yeah, it's something that I worry about.
Why are you leaving Japan? Why don't you want to stay?
I'm leaving Japan because I came here only to learn, in a sense, Japanese. I've been studying it for like 6 years, as I said previously, and I really wanted to enhance my ability in Japanese. So I think that my time...
Actually, it's not Japan's fault. You're broke ass. No. It is partially because of like Japan too, but I know what you mean too. I know what you mean, but like I just kind of wanted to make sure that it's partially because of like Japan's fault too, because Japan's not a rich country. You know, I just want to be fair here. Like, it's partially because of Japan, since Japan's not really rich right now, but yeah. I thought it was freaking funny.
Well, the thing with that, too, is the guy said that he had medical, like, he needed medication. And the thing is, I mean, here in Japan, they don't really have, like, a thing for foreigners for, like, insurance kind of thing, so you kind of have to pay it out of pocket, so... It was more expensive because, you know, he had to buy medicine essentially every day, and he needed it to, like, live or function properly. So, you know, things got expensive for him, so he ended up using a lot of money, which is why he ended up broke, because he had to spend his money on his medication.
Yeah.
I'm here, Natalia, has come to an end, in a sense that I feel ready to move on and to come back to Italy.
when you graduate from university, why didn't you consider getting a job here in Japan instead?
Actually, coming here, I had the chance to meet with representatives from Japanese company, but still, I think that not only I don't feel really appealed by, for example, the working culture in a sense that in Italy we get to work, for example, for 6.
Do you think like America's work culture is like now worse than Japan, or what do you think? You kind of know both.
When it comes to like genders, I feel like Japan's still stuck in the old ways where women kind of get treated like second-class citizens compared to America.
Where are you guys from, by the way? Like people that are watching this right now, I actually want to know. So I've been kind of. This is like something I've been learning recently myself too. So as a Japanese person, like the work culture here has been kind of changing. Germany, Australia, USA, Indonesia.
Yeah, you guys say work culture in the U.S. sucks, but I mean, if you see how it is here with Japanese companies anyways, they're still kind of behind on it. Again, women are still kind of treated as second-class citizens here, and it is slowly changing, but I mean, it's going to take a while for it to change.
Yeah. I don't think Japanese would have problems in the USA. They do. Because like the different things, it's like the situation again, like when things are just way different, so like obviously there are like different problems. Like there's no such thing as like like they wouldn't have like any problems because this country. My only issue with Japan is that the fact teaching jobs are your only option as a first visa, and that job has terrible schedules and drains you mentally, and yeah, like that's so the thing is here, like there's like this trap to like what he said is like really something I've been seeing. So if you want to like let's say move to Japan and have a job in Japan, like your degree freaking matters a lot, right? You guys know about this. So like let's say your degree is like let's say anime, then like what you can do in Japan is like whether you can work for like an anime company or English teacher. Like you only have like 2 options, you know what I mean? And what else?
Or if you have money, which not many people do, you can get a student visa.
You have to like still it's not like best on like a thing. Engineering degrees, yeah, right, that. So this is like what I noticed. People that actually got that degree, like engineering, like computer science, CS basically, they have the best time, like in any countries, right? I'm from the US, I live in Hokkaido and previously Nagano. Work culture on both sides have pluses and minuses, yeah. Like I really think they both have like different things too, right? So I don't really know. If you're not from an English-speaking country, then not even 2 options. Maybe, yeah.
Your option's significantly lower.
Well, I mean, because like she's from Russia, right? She definitely felt the American buff. Like that really exists. Suddenly, like trying to live in Japan like gets so much easier if you are from an English-speaking country. That definitely is a thing.
7 hours. Here, I know some Japanese friends of mine that would work also 10 hours or more. Yeah, so I could never do that. I mean, the priority for me would be family in this case, since I'm getting married. So I would like to
actually no, hold on. I want to keep my life, so I don't think I will be working in Japan ever. You know what? Yo, some random guy. Can I ask you something? Do you talk to girls? Are you good at talking to girls? Or like, do you get girls? I'm serious, by the way. Do you talk to girls?
Jeez, that's fucking loud.
I want to know. Do you talk to girls? I'm serious here. Or some random guy. How to talk to girls? Just Google it. How to talk to girls. I'm trying to score a job with a Japanese company here in Germany. And I get a lot of sex. Nice, dude. You know what? You talk to Japanese girls, right? You go out with them. You get the visa. Fuck visa. And then you know what though? Get a sugar mommy. Easy.
Hey, there you go.
I guess this is why everybody thinks my channel is like a freaking virgin channel, because of like I say stuff like that. And that was like the most virginal thing ever too. And if you actually took it seriously, you're a virgin like me too. You just heard a virgin talking about how to like talk to girls and stuff.
Virgin by association.
Yeah, it's the virgin statement, and if you actually listen to it even for like 10 seconds, you're a virgin yourself too, so don't do it, okay?
place where I can work and also balance my personal life.
How much more time do you have in Japan before you leave?
2 months. I'm leaving, I would say, around February, first days of February. So, yeah.
You've lived in Japan for all these years. You've raised a family. Your 2 kids are half Japanese. Like, you have real roots here. Why would you consider leaving after so long?
Well, hello, 25 years is a long time. That's almost half of my life. Well, not quite half. I'm actually 60. I'm a Kanreiki right now, which is a 60-year-old. Kanreiki, that's the celebration. I don't know. I was just thinking about retiring and moving someplace else because I've just been here so long.
Florida.
At that time, that was, 4 or 5
Florida?
months
I mean, old people like going to Florida. So I just
ago when you reached out to me. Yeah. Life is robotic here. Like, the economy is really slow. The population is decreasing.
Well, how does it compare to when you first got here? Was Japan a lot different 25 years ago?
I would say yes, it was. That was the bubble era, the bubble jidai, as they say in Japanese, and like money was just flying around everywhere. It was like, it was good money back in the day, and that doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, inflation's really high, so things are getting more expensive. Buying food, buying groceries, things like that. Yeah, the salaries have been stagnant.
Actually, do you have the Coke? The bottle thing? Oh, everybody, I want to ask you something. So, this is something I've been kind of talking about too. So, like, this is like a great way to talk about like economy, right? So first, let me talk about Japan. This is like 1.5 liter Coke right here. How much is it for you guys in your countries, everybody? 10年ごとに住む国を変えたい。それできるって財力すごくない? How much is it for you guys? 1.50. Okay, 3 euro. $5? Like, do you live like at the airport or something? 1.5, right? $2. Okay, that makes sense. 2.5, 150 pesos. Isn't that like $2?
150 pesos? No, that's like...
Depending on like it's Mexican pesos or like Filipino pesos.
True.
Right? I'm thinking about like
okay,
Filipino. Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah.
$800. Do you think coke as in like cocaine or something? So for me, Japan. Let me actually talk about this. For Japanese people, it's currently like 150. No, 100. Nah, it was like 161. No, 153. Like when I got this. So for Japanese people, it actually got more expensive recently too. But let me tell you. 150 yen, right? That's actually $1. So this thing is $1 in Japan.
Like $1.
So the inflation is definitely a thing. Like we are definitely feeling it in Japan as well. But for like let's say the people who have like a European currency or like the American currency, like dollars and whatever, this thing is freaking cheap as fuck. You know what I mean? It is insane, yo. I can just like do so much. So come to Japan and get this. Don't even go to like Japanese restaurants. Go to like some grocery stores and get this. And that's how you talk to girls.
For 30 years. So you probably haven't gotten a raise in a while.
That's a good case in point.
Why do you want to leave Japan after you graduate?
Since I don't speak like native level of Japanese, it's kind of hard for me to get a job here. Like especially when I do shukatsu, I need to do like all like man city in all
Convenience stores, they freaking sell this for 1.3. NY でもスーパーだと大きいボトル3ドルかそれ以下。Actually in America, yeah, like Coke is freaking expensive. Like even in Vegas, it was like 2.3. This is like 2.3. I mean, it's a bit
compared
bigger.
to here, but it's also like a little bit bigger.
Yeah,
but you're right.
On strip, it's like $7.
Oh fuck!
And not even
that. You're talking about the 500 ml, but you're talking about the one that's like about this big. It's like $7, and then even this like something like this is like $7. I bought one.
Yeah, you guys know how like the prices in Vegas are actually like so insane right now.
But again, that's on
strip. Yeah, on strip, but still like it's freaking insane. People just freaking go big there.
You can literally get it for like a third of the price if you go a couple blocks off the strip.
And actually, dude, everything in Vegas is expensive. You say that, right? But like if you are not like around the strip area, suddenly things kind of get cheaper, like the same as like everywhere else, I gotta say.
Japanese, but it's kind of hard because I don't speak like Keiko and Son Keiko. And actually, when I first entered Waseda, I thought I would be so fluent by now because it's been 2 years. But to be honest, I don't get to use Japanese
That's her problem.
around.
That's her problem. No output. She's inputting a lot, maybe, but no output. That's the issue.
But the thing is, like, when you are a student, like, you have to study.
You would think, yeah.
No, what I mean is, like, you want to study, right? And then, like, it's hard to speak Japanese in Japan when Japanese people wouldn't even try to speak Japanese to you. You know what I mean? That thing is tough as fuck. Dude, I want to learn Spanish. Nobody freaking talks to me in Spanish. Oyame el culo.
There you go.
Fuck my ass. It is really a thing, though. Like, dude, like, people want to learn Japanese, but nobody freaking talks to us, them. I mean, they talk to me in Japanese, but... So it is really a thing. It is really a thing. It's hard to, like, learn Japanese in Japan as a foreigner, because, like, they freaking, like, talk to you in English. Fuck. The best way to speak Japanese to Japanese people is just be a weirdo and find places to get close to buying expensive items, but never buy it. Wait, I wanna teach me your ways. What the fuck? Wait. Best way to speak Japanese to Japanese people is just be a weirdo and find places to just get close to buying expensive items, but never buy it. Wait, so do you go to, like, Louis Vuitton and, like, talk to girls?
Wait, that's a really roundabout way of talking to Japanese people.
Nice.
Not like daily lives, because I take the classes in English.
Which countries are you?
See, it's like the.
What? I don't get a chance to speak in Japanese because my classes are in English.
No. Let me actually explain. I know what she's talking about. So, like, that whole thing. So, to getting the Japanese university, if you go through the Japanese route, like, where, like, you know, basically you have to compete against, like,
the Japanese people,
then the difficulty is freaking
it gets higher because, you know.
So you want to take the foreigner exchange student route, right? Which is like, you speak English and whatever. Then suddenly you can get in. Then all the classes tend to be in English too. And then suddenly no Japanese. That's basically the case here.
But she's complaining about not being able to output the Japanese. But again, yeah, I get what you mean because she takes English classes. But if she were to actually put an effort to, you know, look for a place to output it, she could actually learn
while studying at a university.
Yes. You act like students don't. I mean, I get it. They can get busy, but, you know, they can have some free time, you know? There's no excuse. If somebody really wants to learn, they'll find a way. I mean, she could even just log on to fucking VR chat for an hour. Again, if she really wants to, she could, like, put in the effort, log on to VR chat for 1 hour, not even every day, every other day, and output her Japanese.
Being in Japan and playing VR chat in Japan is wild. You know what I'll do? You know what, dude? I might actually play VR chat later to talk to Japanese people about porn and sex. Oh, and by the way, what he said is, like, kind of true too. I've been saying this. If you want to talk to Japanese people, everybody, do you know what to do? Like, if you want to learn Japanese, if you want to talk to Japanese people, what do you do?
I literally just said it.
Yeah. Yes.
Not
get drunk, hello talk.
Freaking herd.
Mm-hmm. So some of you guys out there know, VR chat still is the best place. I still truly believe it's still the best place. Like, I tried a lot of things myself too, but, like, there's, like, hello talk and there's this and that. VR chat is definitely hands down still the best place, everybody. I can show it to you guys later, and maybe.
It's free.
Yeah, it's free too. Like, you basically, you know, play VR chat, go to, like, Japanese worlds, and you can see those Japanese people talking about, like, dicks and pussies, and then you just show up there and then you just go like, yo, bro, I want to learn Japanese. Sex. And then you have sex. I've been here both as a student and as a worker. It's really hard to study Japanese effectively if it isn't your primary focus. Yeah, right. That is something I hear. Yes. Like, let's say if you major in Japanese suddenly. So that's kind of why I guess, like, the people that go to the language school master Japanese kind of fast, but they end up, like, not getting any degree. But then the ones, like, that do other things, they cannot really learn Japanese yet.
Nutshell foreigners stay in their foreign bubble and do foreign things. They always seem to view Japanese or Japanese people as icky. They don't try.
I don't know. I've seen, like, a lot of different cases too. So, like, it's kind of hard to say, like, oh, it's this. But yeah, I don't know, man. I really don't know.
Look, I get it. A lot of you guys are saying that she's studying. I understand that. But you can't really complain, you know, about not being able to study it, like, output it. you know, like if you really want to do something, the more I say this, the more I'm gonna dig a hole in myself. Because because in their minds they're just, bro, I get it. You're
Play VR chat, bro.
You're busy, but I mean, if you really want something, don't you think you would like at least try to make some time for it?
Play VR chat, bro. She's not complaining. That's kind of what I thought too.
Yeah.
Either way.
You thinking of going to after you graduate and leave Japan?
Actually, my ultimate goal is to live in the States.
There you go. Then there you go. If that's what she wants, then there's no more. Actually,
My stream died.
oh damn.
My stream just died for like a little bit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, I got canceled.
Well, I mean, then this whole argument's immediately invalid. Then she doesn't need to learn Japanese. So everything we just talked about was pointless.
Well, I mean, but the thing is, like, my ultimate goal is to live in New York too.
Your ultimate goal was to stick 5 fingers in your butt.
Isn't that kind of easy?
The fact that you
And 5 is literally this.
dude, that's it's almost your whole fist. What?
That's just easy. I don't know.
Cause like I really love the people like and the vibes from like in the States but I actually wanna like live in a country or a place where I could speak English. So cause I want to improve my English level. So yes.
You're all
Wait, I thought she's fluent, but like she still like wants to. Is it like what you hear in the States? I don't know, cause like she's.
I'm already upset that we entertain a fucking argument about her studying Japanese when the point wasn't even to live in Japan; it was to live in the States.
I don't know. I really thought she sounds really fluent to me.
She sounds fine for now. I mean, I don't know. Maybe she wants to really be well spoken.
already very good at English. 你想不想在日本工作呢？
可能一半一半，就是留或者是离开的一半一半。就是我们觉得日本人就是会为公司就是。
It just we think Japanese sacrifice their whole lives for something, yeah.
奉献自己的一生，或是自己的身体健康这样子的感觉。
对外国人来说，在日本
What are the pros and cons of life in Japan for foreigners?
生活有什么
I
优点，还有什么缺点呢？
因为日本可能相对比较封闭，然后
Japan's relatively closed off, and there's some parts of their culture that are quite rigorous.
他们有一些比较严谨的文化，但是如果你是外国人的话，
If
他
you're a
们
foreigner, they will be a little more tolerant towards you.
可能会稍微包容你一下，对，然后
But the downside is you may think there's no way to assimilate here.
You can assimilate to a point, but you can't completely become Japanese. That's the thing. That's what we talked about.
You're Mexican.
And I will always be Mexican. I'll never truly become Japanese, but honestly, I don't really want to become Japanese.
Do you
I
guys
want to
wanna be-
respect the culture, but
Do you guys want to be Japanese, by the way? Do you guys want to be Japanese? Like, I want to be Japanese. I talk to girls here. Do people think American foreigners are mentally slow in Japan? I don't think so. I don't really think a lot of people think like that. But like, there's like this like a hardcore boundary between Japanese people and like no Japanese. I mean, like that's sex. I want to be a weeb. I want to be a JV actor. You guys actually are freaking watching this and like saying stuff like that? What is happening here? Mentally slow. Like, I don't really think Japanese people think like that. Like, especially when it comes to Americans. But Japanese people actually do believe that Americans tend to scream saying sex, and they have sex a lot more, and they are open about like sex. Like that's definitely what Japanese people think about, and I'm not trolling. The Japanese people have like this like stereotype about Americans, how they party, Americans party, how Americans have sex more than Japanese people, and how it's easy for Americans to get girls.
isn't that kind of what Rin said when you asked her in that one video? How like she thinks Americans are like, yeah, party, exactly what you just said, yeah, partying. And
that's
stuff.
our impression. I don't have that impression anymore, but like Japanese people truly believe Americans get laid more. Americans are happier, and they are like so like like here. But in reality, if you check Twitter, Americans are raging and like canceling each other.
Well, yeah.
And they are PvP zones, and they're throwing hands and catching hands. But yeah, Japanese people, I mean, they kind of started learning it recently, but they truly think like Americans are basically sex havers. They have sex. I mean, by the way, I gotta talk about this too. If there are any Americans, you guys have sex compared to Americans. 人類皆兄弟と実感する. I'm actually serious. There's like this data that I recently checked. In Japan, apparently, if you are like older than 30 something in Japan, the virgin rate is like 60 something percent, or like maybe 50. It's apparently one of the highest in the world. It's not like the actual highest, because like, right? But apparently there are so many virgins in Japan because they decided to get married to their favorite anime characters and their favorite VTubers, and they decided to date themselves on the internet, and they don't talk to girls. Yeah, that's hard.
但是缺点就是你有可能会觉得我没有办法融入这里。
When you first came to Japan, did you expect to stay here forever?
When you first came to Japan, did you expect to stay in Japan forever?
I mean, technically no, but I mean, I wanted.
My entire goal of coming to Japan was I wanted to make myself a life here. Like the countryside is beautiful, the cities are fun, the people are pretty cool. Like there's so much going for this place that I expected to be here long term, up into retirement. Like I was looking at purchasing my own place here, opening up a business. Yeah.
How has the changing political situation in Japan affected you?
How has the changing political situation affected you?
I can't run around screaming anime techniques anymore. But it's okay if Japanese people do.
I want to bring you to. I want to actually bring you to.
Why does Japan have so much corn and yet taxless?
Because of that.
Oh, no, actually, no. I can actually be the Dr. Sora. Talks about sex and like girls here. Do you guys know why we have like so much hentai and porn, but yet like it's just so sexless here? Do you guys know why? Can you guess, everybody? You know what? I want you guys to guess. I know like some reasons, but like I could be wrong too.
There's two of them that kind of coincide with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Based off of that, you already know the answer.
This data, right, dude? Everybody, if you guys don't know about this, because nobody can fuck. So why can nobody fuck, right? So people watch them instead of doing it. No idea. Japan won. Okay, let me actually talk about this too. Do you guys know what League of Legends is? And you guys probably know what League of Legends is. So League of Legends is a game that has so many versions. Basically, if you see a person that says, oh, I play League of Legends, you can assume that person is a virgin. And by the way, I play League of Legends, and I have like 5,000 hours in that game. I have like skins in that game. So yeah, there's that. And so there's like this data, basically that shows like how many people are virgins after League of Legends got released, and then like after League of Legends got released, so many people suddenly became virgins, which means they decided to say bye to their lives. And that's kind of like what the sex industry in Japan's like too. There's like so much porn and hentai, and that they decided to say bye to their like real life activities. And I'm not trolling, by the way. What's the source? Search League of Legends virgins data or something. I mean, that might be like a meme thing too, but either way, I don't think that's wrong. Because when I play League of Legends, my virgin instinct actually freaking comes out, and that makes me like a ultra virgin myself too. I don't think it's wrong. I honestly think League of Legends is a place for virgins, because I think so myself. The only place that's not for virgins, like on the internet, is probably Tinder and Instagram. They fuck on Instagram and Tinder, by the way. They have sex.
So the landscape with the recent changes, and this just happened this year. So I had left Japan for my work for 2 years, and I went to Vietnam with the intention of moving back. And my goal was to establish my own education business here. But with the recent anti-foreigner sentiment, they increased the price of getting a business manager visa for entrepreneurs like myself who want to grow a business in Japan.
There's a reason.
Basically made it unaffordable. It went
reason.
from 5 million yen to 35 million yen. And
There's a reason.
they made it so, or they're going to make it so that if you want to purchase property here, you have to be a resident. So not just a visa
Again,
holder, but you have
there's
to
a
have
reason.
residency. And gaining residency in Japan is not an easy thing. It's like a 6-year process.
As
Alright, everybody, do you know why that happened? I can actually talk about it. You could do a female voice. Oh my gosh, like that's so hot. Like, are you serious? Like, oh my gosh, isn't that so hot? It's targeted towards foreigners. I can talk about it, but like, do you guys know? Okay, so like, if you remember, like, I kind of just talked. It's not like I talked about it. I watched those videos, right? So it's not my opinion or anything, okay, everybody? It's not me, like, spitting my opinion, because every time I freaking share information that I know, that I got from, like, you know, things, people think I'm spitting, like, people think I'm talking about my opinions, and now I became, like, a right-wing propaganda channel, like, left-wing propaganda channel. This channel is a place where people talk about pee-pee-poo-poo. But yeah, so basically, the whole thing happened. The price of, like, this certain visa called a business manager visa, it increased. It was only like 5 million yen, which is like a $35,000. So if you had $35,000, you were able to live in Japan, right? Like automatically. But they increased it to like 200,000, which is like a lot of money, right? It happened because this is not my opinion, okay? This is not my opinion. If you say like, oh, Sora's stating his opinion, you'll get banned. Basically, that visa got like abused by Chinese people, and a lot of Chinese people like decided to basically move to Japan using that visa without actually running businesses. So this is what they are saying right now in Japan too. And so like Chinese people decided to move to Japan, you abusing the visa without running businesses, right? And then, Chinese people even used that visa to come to Japan temporarily, so that they can, like, you know, they can take the Japanese like medicine system, like they can get the treatment and whatever, and it's cheaper here apparently. And then they just like, you know, go back to China instantly. Apparently, that's been happening a lot. So Japan wanted to counter that, so they changed it recently. That's basically that. And
well, I mean, the issue is also that they were moving their whole families because of it.
So like, yeah, basically. And then, like, you know, now Japan's like trying to change some laws too, because in Japan you don't have to have like a visa or like a permanent residency to buy a house here. Did you guys know? You can just like buy some random property. Then what happened was Chinese people bought some like apartment complexes, like apartment buildings and stuff, and then they decided to rent out those places to Japanese people for like a higher price, and Japanese people got mad. And then they are doing that apparently in Hokkaido now, I heard, and Japanese people got mad. I honestly didn't know anything about like any of like these things myself, okay? Because like I actually live on this island called Chiba. Like, Chiba is actually an island, if you guys didn't know. Chiba's not really like it's actually an island, like, technically. So I never knew it was like a thing. I was like, wow, that's freaking insane. Because like, even you can tell, if you get outside, there's like still peaceful things going on. The kids are screaming, saying manko, vagina, penis, sex. I mean, you don't really see kids around here. But you just only see Japanese people minding their own businesses. I actually got ignored the other day. Like, I saw like this old dude, and I wanted to be polite, saying like, konnichiwa, which is like hello. This dude ignored. Do you know why? I think he hates me.
Either that, or he just thought you were cringe.
I have sex. Like, that dude hates me.
I want to go to
said
Sapporo, but would it be tough for a first visit?
No.
I mean, if you have the money, it's not tough.
I've never been to Sapporo, but I know what Sapporo is like. Sapporo is basically Tokyo in Hokkaido. From like that's my impression. And there are like buses and like trains everywhere, and like there are even freaking like there's like this airport too. I don't think it's gonna be that hard. And yeah. Oh, by the way, there's like this red light districts too. So if you want to see wacky things, you just gotta go to Susukino, and then Saxing. Why do I sound a virgin? Do you think?
Korean living here in Japan and a foreigner in general, have you ever experienced any like uncomfortable situations?
Have you ever experienced any uncomfortable situations?
Yeah, this Japanese dude made me react to videos on YouTube.
You know, like I can type so fast on Twitter. You know I can like. You know I can get mad on Twitter.
Here's your medal. Here's your medal.
I have sex. Isn't Sora American?
No, he's gay.
Wait, so like if I ever like want to go to America and if the immigration officer tells me to show my passport, I just say like, oh, I'm gay.
You gotta climb on the counter first, jump down, and then say it. And then he'll let you through.
Wait, so in America, like gay is like a passport?
Sure, it can. I mean, at this point, it kind of feels like it.
Like recently, like ever since I came to Japan, I've never like got into any situations where I was like I felt like discriminated. But like a few years ago, even before I was in Japan, I heard from the news that some of the where we had like a complicated like political situation going on at that time. Some of the cafes or like restaurants in Japan, they kind of like had the saying where they don't accept any Koreans.
Do you guys know? Like, do you guys know actually something? Do you guys know there's like this freaking like mental war going on between China and Korea and Japan for a while? Actually, do you guys know about this, by the way? Do you guys know like how it's been a thing forever? Like Japan versus China versus Korea. It's been a thing forever. It's been a thing like literally forever in my life. I keep hearing that. But so it's really, really interesting. Like, so Japan, there's like Japan, China, Korea, right? Those three countries, right, are basically VTuber girls. Let me just put it this way. So Japan's basically like Kitten-chan. Korea's like a Puppy-chan. And China's like Doggy-chan, right? So like they kind of don't like each other. And if one gets the most hate, other two go like, she sucks, right? She sucks. And then they become good friends. So there's been cases where Japan gets the most hate. So like Koreans and Chinese people hate Japan. That was like what happened 10 years ago, I think. They both went like, oh, Japan sucks. Like, you know, like let's just not buy anything from Japan. That's like what she's talking about. Like that happened like 10 years ago. And do you know what country is experiencing the most hate right now? Do you know? Do you know, everybody? Do you know what's happening? Can you guys guess what's happening in East Asia? China, yeah.
You guys got it.
Dude, this whole thing is freaking funny as fuck, actually. Okay, so like, this is not me talking about my opinion, okay, everybody? Because like, if I ever freaking say something, like, you guys freaking said like, oh, Sora's talking about his opinion, and his opinion's wrong. It's not that, okay? I'm gonna talk about what's happening in Japan. So, the over-tourism thing was, like, basically everywhere in Japan. I don't think it's much of a thing anymore, recently. But, yeah, so... And then the Prime Minister of Japan basically said, like, sex. And Chinese people didn't like it. So then Chinese people said, like, oh, you know what? Let's just boycott Japan. And then they stopped coming to Japan, right? And then they instead decided to go to Korea, right? They're now going to Korea. And then apparently some Chinese kids that went to Korea publicly shit on like some like a historical place or something. And like they caught that, right? They caught that Chinese kid that like freaking like actually shit like in public. It's actually a real thing. Like you can Google it. Like Google like Chinese kid shitting.
Don't
in
Google
Korea.
that. That's gonna give you weird results.
I mean, it's fine. You can just Google it too. So then, like, that's getting shared everywhere too. And what's happening right now is like there are like so many freaking protests going on in Korea saying like we don't want Chinese people. That's what's happening in Korea, right? So because of that, what's happening is right now is Koreans started comparing Chinese people to Japanese people, and then they started saying like, oh, like bro, Chinese people are kind of right, and Japanese people like, yeah, Korea, like Chinese people are like, right, and then they actually kind of started being like good friends to each other recently. That's the whole like scenario right now, which is like, this is not my opinion, okay? I've been saying this. This is not my opinion. It's really what's happening in Japan right now. So if you see, especially young people in Korea, they actually started liking Japan a lot more, which is the same in Japan too. Even in Japan, if you look at young people are saying like, oh yeah, like Korea is kind of fire K-pop and this and whatever. But yeah, it is really funny. So, and again, I have to make sure one more time, I'm not talking about my opinion. Okay? Do you want to talk about your opinion? What do you think about hentai?
I think they should stop dubbing it in English.
Wait, hentai is like literally just like anime that's porn.
Right.
And they still dub it?
Yes.
They moan in English? So it's not like, but like, oh yeah. What?
And
Really? Yeah. Not just like no foreigners, but no Koreans specifically. Some cafes did that.
yes, it was kind of shocking, but I mean, actually, like also in Korea, we actually had some of the restaurants like where we don't accept Japanese too.
really?
So I mean, it was kind
Yeah,
of
again, like it's because of the history.
Yeah.
Like old people hate Japanese people.
more of political side. But I mean, these days it got much better.
Yeah,
How-
it got much better because again,
Gen
things.
Z was like, bro, I don't care, lol.
No, again, like I talked about this too. Do you guys know actually? So, the recent like a China versus Korea versus Japan thing. That's a thing too. But do you guys know why Korean people started liking Japan more and Japanese people started liking Korea more? I kind of talked about it before too. But do you know what happened?
Because of like recent cultural exchanges.
Whoa. I mean, you kind of said the answer. Sex. Okay, never mind. Yeah, sex. Never mind. Yeah, they started having sex. Yeah.
Oh, well, no, I was thinking more along the lines of like, K-pop getting bigger, Japanese people liking K-pop, and
right.
again being able to.
So basically, Koreans started liking anime, and they actually even do Korean anime in Korea too, which is like a solo leveling too, which is freaking blowing up too. And Japanese people are saying like, yo, bro, K-pop's kind of fire. So if you go to Tokyo, like Shibuya, like there are so many people that are trying to look Korean, and they're trying to follow all the Korean things, and you hear K-pop music everywhere. Even one of my friends, Hiraki, he's like a guy who just talks to girls. Every time I get on his car, like sometimes I freaking even hear K-pop music, and he was even playing like that one, like smooth like butter, my ass is wet, like that one. BTS. Yeah.
Don't ask me. I don't listen to K-pop.
Okay.
About when you're speaking Korean in public, do you ever feel self-conscious speaking a foreign language?
One time I was talking in Korean with my friend at a restaurant, but there were like old aged people, like Japanese people, like sitting right next to us, and they were kind of like staring at us, and I just kind of got self-conscious, and I just like stopped speaking in Korean.
Actually, can I talk about something really, really interesting? You've never really felt the foreign whatever stuff here, right? Do you know why though?
Because it's not Tokyo.
No. Even in Tokyo, you probably never get it.
Because of you.
But why specifically that?
Because you're with me.
No. You never speak English with me.
Well,
it's always in Japanese.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah.
So I think I've been saying this too. Like, do you guys know how if you don't speak English and if you speak Japanese only, they don't really even care. Like they basically see, they don't think you're Japanese, right? But like you don't stand out, you fit in. So that's kind of like the key too. So I've had a lot of like freaking people visit me from like different countries too. If I speak English, like I stand out too. So like I recently noticed that if you speak Japanese entirely in Japan, you kind of just like fit in well. So if you ever come to Japan with your like whatever people, you can just like switch to Japanese 100% and somehow your experience kind of changes. I really definitely noticed it.
Well, I mean, that's what your last video was all about. Speaking Japanese,
but that video is more about like speaking Japanese to Japanese people.
Okay.
But like even when you're not talking to Japanese people, if you speak Japanese, you fit in, and if you speak English, you kind of stand out, and they might even kind of just go like, "Oh, gaijin," right? Speaking Japanese, it is really, it's the biggest cheat code ever too, and it works. It works. It's insane. Like you can just literally say like, "Oh, hentai kakoi desu," and people will be like, "Wow, that guy speaks Japanese." It is really a thing. So if you ever like want to fit in Japan, like knowing Japanese really changes too. And I know it's kind of hard to like actually learn Japanese. So there are like 3 things you gotta remember how to say. 1, kawaii desu. 2, sugoi desu. 3, dame desu, which is like no. So like whatever happens, you just keep saying like those 3 things with your friends, like, "Oh, kawaii desu, sugoi desu." And if you're American in the States, you'll get canceled the next day on Twitter and on TikTok both. But in Japan, you'll be the fieriest person ever, and like that's fire. In any country, you should be able to speak the native language. It is respectful. I really think so. But I've been seeing people like, you know, like that one guy who raged at Lawson just because like the workers didn't speak English to him there, even though he's like obviously an English speaker or something. Do you guys know about this, by the way? Like, it blew up on Twitter. There's like this guy that went to a convenience store. This guy raged because the staff didn't speak English to him. No? It's freaking funny. Like, he was like, "I'm obviously a foreigner," and like there was this guy that didn't speak English to me. Like, what the fuck? Like, he just only spoke Japanese to me. I'm not actually making this up either. Like, it's really a thing you can find on Twitter. And I just noticed it's been like 1 hour and like 20 minutes. So I know it's kind of sudden, but I'm gonna end the stream in 3 minutes because because I wanted to do a short stream, so I'm sorry, everybody. So let me just read comments for 3 minutes, and I'm gonna say bye to everybody. And by the way, my next stream is gonna be probably in 2 days, right? In 2 days, and I'm going to the most dangerous pond in Japan ever, where you're not supposed to visit at night, but we are still visiting there at night because if anything happens, I can just you can get the blame, right?
What?
Like, I can say like, "Oh, this
so
foreigner
basically,
this foreigner caused."
I'll even be like, "I'm from China," and they'll get double mad at me. I'll take more aggro.
This foreigner like forced me to like visit there, kind of thing. Yeah, like I'll do that too. So I'll あれ川区じゃなくてね、なんだっけ、おじゃが池だ、おじゃが池。
Learning and speaking the native language is expected for people who live there, but if tourists need to learn the language of every country they visit, tourism would be dead.
That is true. That is true. So like, if you're just a tourist, you just have to like know like 3-4 phrases, and like they still appreciate that in Japan. By the way, they still appreciate that. So like, if you actually don't know like what to say, then you can say like, "Oh, Nihongo dame desu," and they still appreciate that too. But yeah, I mean that is really true. You don't have to like truly know the language like that deeply, and Japanese people still like, I mean, are fine with it too. Where's the toilet is also like a 100% no sentence.
I mean, it helps if you really need to shit or pee.
I want to stay for about 3 years in Japan. Would that be considered a tourist? No. Where's the bathroom? Yes. How to say I like hot girls in Japanese? I like hot girls. Because they do understand English like that. Oh, by the way, I forgot what I wanted to say. So I'm gonna do a membership stream later too, because like I I feel like I have to do it every night recently. I'll do it later. I'm gonna talk about my ass being itchy and how I punch people for views.
With an itchy ass.
Wait, like, if I ever punch people with my ass, that's basically me.
No, I said within it. You're punching people while having an itchy ass is what I meant. Not with your ass.
Oh.
At that point, you'd be like that one anime where they fight with their asses.
That's what I was imagining. I was like...
Yeah, no, that's not what I meant, though.
Yeah, because that basically means I touch people with my ass. Do you know what Nukesaku is? It's like an anime character.
Nukesaku?
Yeah, it's Nukesaku was like it's a character from like 90s or something. He basically, you know, does ass things. He farts and he kills people with it.
Oh, well, doesn't it compare him like the character in Bobobo, the white-haired kid,
Basically
where he
same thing,
farts
yes.
in his hand and he turns them into like bombs?
Yes. I got punished by Japanese people in Dragon Quest X Online because I texted it. Dude, can I actually talk about something? I played Among Us, and there was like this guy who was like, "Oh, I'm 14. By the way, how old is everybody?" I said 33 because I'm 33. I got kicked. Everybody was like, "Why are you 33 and still playing this game? Like, kick this guy," and I got kicked.
Probably thinking PDF file.
Yeah, so basically, if you stand out, you get kicked, and that's basically how the world goes to. Yeah, I got kicked. That was freaking insane. I want to like whine about this a little bit more, but you know, kids have no chill, dude. Like, I didn't do anything wrong, and I'm still kind of like, you know, like salty about it too. What do you think of India? Why do you want me to talk about India on my channel?
I mean, they always want you to.
I do want to go to India once. Like, actually. I do want to go to India. I know India's kind of getting like some shits right now on the internet, but I do want to go to India.
Yeah, it's almost like a festival.
I do want to go to India though, for sure. I think Japan will face economic problems if all foreign tourists stop visiting Japan. Maybe, yeah.
True, but...
Yeah, true. And like, as much as people talk about how the over tourism is a thing, in my area I never feel it. So like, I still cannot really relate to other Japanese people. Like, I mean, you can vouch. You never really feel it around here. You never see people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know how when we even like went to Tokyo yesterday. Like, in Tokyo, there's freaking so many people everywhere. And once we got in the Chiba zone, like, suddenly there was, like, no cars and, like, no people. Even though, like, Chiba was, like, literally, like, again, 30 minutes away from Tokyo. So it's really interesting. And I cannot really relate to them. I think it's been, like, 3 minutes. So I'm going to end the stream here. So bye-bye, everybody. I will see you guys again. I'm going to do a stream outside. The next stream is going to be me streaming at night. At the worst place ever, the most dangerous place in my area. It's a pond, and you are not allowed to actually visit there at night. I mean, it's not illegal or anything, but they advise you to stay away from the place at night because it's actually dangerous and it's haunted as fuck because of boars and snakes and hornets. And if anything happens, we can blame the foreigner because usually, you know, like, Japanese people blame all the foreigners, and I'm gonna blame it on him. So yeah, bye-bye, everybody. I will see you guys maybe in 2 days, right? So bye-bye. And if you remember, I might do like some like short, some like a membership stream after this. And I'm gonna show what I wear, right? Like, I'm currently wearing some like red underwear, and I think it's hot. I talk to girls.